What's up, y'all? Let's do this. Oh, hi guys, welcome to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host, and today we gotta talk about what's been going on with Southwest Airlines, where pilots are leaving the job because of the vaccine mandates and why they're refusing to take the jab. Okay, and we gotta talk about other businesses, including healthcare workers, who are leaving the field because they don't want to take the jab as well. But before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, please consider donating a cup of coffee, because seriously, guys, for a price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me curate more stories and more topics like this to talk about. Also, guys, I do accept Bitcoin donations. I'm also on Patreon if you guys want to sponsor this podcast show. If you guys love Nikki's World so much, please hit that like, subscribe. Please give me a review, good, bad, and the ugly. And before we get this show on the road, literally, guys, if you guys love this episode and any of my other episodes on Nikki's World, please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today. Okay, guys, we got to talk about what's been going on over the weekend with Southwest Airlines and basically in general about people who are refusing to take the jab and leaving the workforce because they don't want to comply with taking the jab. I just got to say like this. Bravo, and thank you for standing up for the illegitimate president and the illegitimate administration's tyrannical mandates. Bravo, guys. Y'all get a nice shout out for me, man. Y'all get a nice shout out. Because you know what's going on here? You have the illegitimate president and the illegitimate administration, okay, who is clearly trying to destroy this economy and destroy this country and basically be like a third world nation like Venezuela, where the one party rule like communist China and communist Vietnam. Okay? And what's going on in this country, guys, is you have the far left, which is the socialist, progressive, communist Democrats, who are trying to destroy this country, who are trying to basically like burn this country to the ground, because they basically want to destroy anybody who is a GOP, libertarian, independent, Trump supporter. I tell you, man, Democrats, I'm going to just say this clear for y'all. What y'all doing is y'all going to start a civil war in this country that ain't going to fucking end well. And I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Go read up what happened to Yugoslavia in the 1990s, okay? Go read up on the history. If you want us to go that route, we'll go that route. If you want to be balkanized, what happened to Yugoslavia in the 90s, we can go that route. So be prepared for the repercussions of all that shit, okay? Because I'm telling you this right now. What you're doing by telling employers like this, oh, you got to mandate they take the jab, the stupid, fucking, idiotic, retarded vaccine. You know? That's just wrong. Mandates are not law. Here's something that leftists probably never learned this in school, and they probably never took an American government, American civics, or American history class, is that mandates are not laws. Mandates are not legal binding laws, okay? They were never voted on by the legislators. And that's why leftists hate the legal process, which is what's mandated in the Constitution. If you want to mandate something in law, you go through the legal process, which means you bring it up in committees vote on it, and if they like it, they will bring it to a floor for a vote. And the reason why leftists hate committees, because that's where the public gets to have their input and have their say on the law. They get to have their views heard. They get to have their opinions heard on the law. They get to find out. They get to have a say on whether the law should be put in place. And that's what leftists hate, because they don't want the public to hear about, we're gonna want to implement this and this. They just want to go straight to like executive order and mandates, because to them, they're so in love with mandates. They're so in love with executive orders, like they're the anointed wonder, like Obama. But clearly, guys, what these people are doing, I praise them, I salute them, and I thank them for taking a stand against these mandates, because I tell you what, when you kick out 80 to 90% of your workforce in this country who keep the economy moving, who keep the economy going, all because you want them to take that stupid, retarded vaccine, I tell you what, guys, You're inviting a civil war in this country, and I've said this many times, guys. Y'all pushing for civil war that ain't gonna fucking end well, and I tell you what, it would be the equivalent of the Napoleon's Waterloo. It would end so badly for the leftists that by the time it all said and done, y'all leftists would never be in power for the next century and a half, at least. Because if you want to go that route, we'd make sure that you leftists and Democrats would never even gain control of, like, the dog pound, let alone government. Okay, we would clearly make sure leftists would never seize power, because that's what it is right now. You got leftists, socialist, progressive, communist Democrats who are using this pandemic as a pretext to gain power. They're using this as an excuse for one-party rule, okay? And one good example of that, just recently in the Hartford Courant yesterday, some Republican had the audacity and had the fortitude to criticize our current governor of Connecticut, Ned Lamont, as a Hitler and as a Nazi because of his one-party rule, and as the fact that he's using this pandemic as an excuse to basically have a power trip and to ram his, like, leftist, socialist, progressive, communist Democrat policies onto the people of Connecticut. And I applaud this GOP representative, because I tell you what, that's what he is. He's a tyrant. And if y'all can't fucking see that through your thick fucking headed skull, then I hate to say this. You ain't the party that we want in this country. You know? You ain't the kind of people that we want to have in this country. Because I tell you this much, guys. I tell you this much. The GOP in Connecticut, and basically that mirrors the nation, has no spine, has no fortitude. Basically, they have no balls to stand up to the Democrats and the leftists in this country. They simply cave in by thinking, oh, if we cave into these guys, they'll let us like live. It's like, fuck you. You either fight like hell, or you cave and be submissive to these people. It's as simple as that. That's why it's like this. I applaud the state representative in Connecticut who had the fortitude to call our governor what he is a tyrant. He's a tyrant and a Nazi. I applaud him, because you know why? That's what he is. He's a tyrant because he's on a power trip, and he's using this pandemic as a pretext to gain power and basically have one party rule. That's why you see a lot of Democrats saying like this: oh, how dare you call him a Nazi? How dare you call him a tyrant? And this is from the same Democrats that called Trump a Nazi and Trump a tyrant. Maybe this is why Democrats are so fucking stupid and retarded in the head, because they can't see that you did that to Trump and the GOP, and now when we're doing that to your Democrats, leftists, and blue state governors, you have a hissy fit, you have a temper tantrum over that. I just gotta say like this. It just goes to show that Democrats are hypocrites. Democrats are a walking contradiction in all terms. That's what they are. And in my opinion, guys, Democrats deserve to get pawned and owned in the midterm elections next year and the presidential elections coming up. They deserve to get pawned and owned. Because clearly, guys, what they're doing, what their tyrannical orders, by saying that, oh, every company and businesses should mandate vaccines, and you have them saying, oh, if you don't take the jab, you should be fired. Well, I tell you what, you sink the economy, that'll be your damn fucking Waterloo right there, guys. That's pretty simple enough right there. Sink the economy, kiss at whatever chance you have of ever running for political office goodbye. Because we'll treat the economy like Social Security, like the third rail of politics. Touch that, and you can kiss whatever career you had in politics gone in an instant. We would do that, because you know why? The reason why we would do that is because it's like this. Y'all wanna destroy the economy because because all of us don't want to take your stupid jab. I tell you this. You ever heard of my body, my choice, my right? Oh wait, I forgot. Y'all leftists. Y'all don't believe in that. Y'all believe in that. Oh, everybody should have an abortion. That's why I tell you this, guys. That's why I tell you this. You look at what's going on in this country, where there's a shortage of supplies coming in. It's because it's like this. The Democrats are manufacturing it. They're paying these companies to create this this crisis after crisis after crisis, okay? Because you know why? They want to destroy their economy. They want to destroy the country. I'll give you an example. Go look at the ports, like the port of New York, the port of Miami, the port of Houston, or the port of LA, Long Beach. Ships are waiting to dock and offload their gears, but the docks don't have their workers because these Democrats don't see the repercussions of it by saying, oh, we should mandate they take the jab. But since their workers don't want to take the jab, I guess they don't want their Starbucks or their lattes or their Hot Pockets. I guess they don't want that. So when they wonder why they're not getting their lattes at Starbucks or their newest iPhones or MacBooks or their newest, you know what I mean, or their newest drink or their newest leftist company product, you could also blame your leftist politicians because they wanted to sink the country and the economy, but then you're not getting your this and this and this because the ships that are carrying your Starbucks is anchored offshore because they don't have dock workers to unload it. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, the left clearly does not think things through. The left does not see the repercussions and the consequences of their actions. They don't. They think that, mandating the jab is a good thing. They think that, taking the vaccine is going to help people, or wearing 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 face diapers is going to help. No, they don't see the repercussions of their actions. Because you know why? They don't think in the long run. They don't think about, what I just mandated, this is what's going to happen. They don't think these things through. That's why leftists, socialists, communists, and Democrats lack critical thinking skills. They lack the ability to think on their feet. They lack the ability to think critically. So that's why when you see on the news the illegitimate administration having crisis after crisis after crisis after crisis, it's because they don't have the adults in the room. They don't have grown-ups that can think critically, can think things through, and basically be the adults in the room. That's all it is. That's why you see a lot of companies like this who are forcing to mandate the jab. Look what happens. After a workforce leaves, after a workforce resigns and goes, why would I want to come to work to a company like this when I'm forced to take the jab? When it becomes like a choice between taking the jab or putting food on the table, or like knowing that jab has aborted fetuses that I'm taking. No, that's why a lot of leftists right now, a lot of leftists who are so adamant about people taking the jab, I sit there and I go like this: if you're so adamant about taking the jab, why not you take the jab? Why aren't you pushing you and your kind to take it? Okay? Why does it have to be like me? Why does it always have to be me that has to take the jab? Why is it? You know? Whatever happens like this, individual choice. Leave the decision to take the jab up to the individual, okay? Why is it like leftists are so adamant about pushing businesses to take the jab, pushing companies to say, you gotta take the jab, you gotta take the jab. You know what I mean? Why are they so adamant about it? Why are they so adamant that taking the jab is a lot better? Why? Why are they? Is it that they think that the jab's gonna help? No, it isn't. Do they think that that natural immunity doesn't work? Natural immunity works. Why do you think like this? People who already had COVID don't need to take the jab because they already developed natural immunity from the virus. Do they think that, face masks make you look cool? No, it doesn't. It just suffocates the air out of you. It just makes it harder for you to breathe. That's why my friends is like this. I believe what the Democrats are doing are trying to destroy this country, and they're trying to do it in a way that they're going to blame the Republicans, the GOPs, and the independents and libertarians over this. What they're doing, guys, is they're going to try to pin the blame for them destroying the economy by saying, we were trying to help the economy. But when you see what they're doing, they're destroying it, and they're playing the euphemism games, or they're playing the basically like, wasn't our fault, it happened. No, it happened on your shit, dumbass. That's why you see gas prices going up. That's why you see price of goods going up. You see people having a harder time trying to buy goods at the store because they don't have enough qualified truckers to go deliver it. That's why you see a lot of places don't have like enough eggs at the store, enough meat or such. My friends, guys, when that happens, don't go to the store. Go to your local farmer. At least your local pay the farmer directly instead of the store. At least at the farm, you know where your food, where your meat and eggs are coming from, and you can see the chickens that are growing it right there, and go, is that the chickens that I got the eggs from? Here, there's an extra money to pay for their feed. And you pay the farmer to buy the feed, to pay for more chickens. You tell them, hey, once a week I'll come back for more chickens. You see? That's why, guys. These mandates are causing a ripple effect at the economy. They're causing the kind of ripple effect that these Democrats can't seem to grasp, can't seem to see. Because when they see that ripple effect, they're going to see that like, oh shit, we shouldn't have done this. We should have kept this like that. You know? They're going to see it. And I'm telling you right now, guys, the way the Democrats are doing this to this country right now, when we don't have enough healthcare workers for this and this and this because we refuse to take your stupid jab, I'm gonna say like this: y'all did it. Y'all played yourself. Y'all played yourself. And who you think's gonna replace the people that you kicked out because we refused to take your jab? Is it the Andy Brandy Tifa basement dweller fat slob who sits on his couch all day thinking that he's the 81 million that voted for the illegitimate? Can't even get his ass out of the couch, let alone get into the gym. So that's why my friends is like this. I look at it like this. Democrats are trying to screw the economy and then kick out the workers because they refuse to take the jab. Well, I tell you what, when the economy goes south and goes under, don't blame the GOP, Republicans, or independents. Blame yourselves, because y'all did it to yourself. Y'all did it. Y'all owned it. You know what I mean? Y'all cooked yourself. So you know what? While we independents, Republicans, conservatives, you know what I mean, and libertarians sit back and watch you destroy the economy, we're gonna sit there and say, y'all should have listened to us. Y'all should have listened to us and say, hey, we told you this was gonna happen. This was gonna be like this. This was gonna take place. But did y'all listen? No. You see? It's going to be like, we told you it was going to happen, but y'all failed to listen because y'all said Trump was bad, Trump was mean. But you know what? Some of us here as we're driving to work are saying like this, I could use a mean tweet and $1.42 a gallon of gas. I could use that because you know why? I didn't care about his mean tweets. All I cared about was having more money in my damn pocket. You know what I mean? At least more money means more food on the table. Being able to pay for rent or pay the mortgage, pay the car payment. Being able to say like this, hey, heck yeah, I got food on the table. You know? Maybe something y'all should think about when you want to do your stupid, idiotic, retarded policies. You know? Maybe this is why y'all need to think. Y'all need to think and see the actions and repercussions here. But like I said, man, Democrats don't learn to think. And Democrats don't see the repercussions of their actions. They don't. So that's why, guys. That's why, guys, it's like this. When you see on the news and the media blackout about how Southwest Airline pilots are leaving the job, are now saying no to the vaccine mandates, we're saying no because we know the vaccine doesn't work. We know the vaccine is stupid. It's idiotic. We know it does not work at all. So you know what? We sit there and go like this. We know the vaccine is not safe. We know the vaccine is not reliable. So that's why, guys, we know that like this, that we would rather not take the vaccine and then have to deal with being fired from a job and have to work elsewhere. Because I rather live with principles than live with money. Money comes and go. Principles are forever. And that's something leftists fail to see, leftists fail to understand. Okay? So that's why, like I said, man, before I finish out the podcast, you know, I want to give my final thoughts. on this. I want to congratulate the pilots of Southwest Airlines for standing up to the illegitimate president. You guys, along with the nurses, doctors, healthcare workers, public safety workers, who are standing up to your principles, standing up to the Constitution, the rule of law, and standing up to these illegitimate mandates for masks and vaccines. I want to say this, guys. Thank you, guys. You guys are standing up to the illegitimate president, the tyrant, and basically the dictator. Because I tell you what, during the 4 years of Trump, when the left was screaming, hollering, and like having a temper tantrum saying, oh, Trump's a dictator. But then you have the illegitimate president, and you know what? He's being the real dictator here, not Trump. Trump was doing what he needed to get done, okay? Y'all people didn't like him because y'all didn't like his mean tweets or how he ran the country, and y'all thought he was a dictator when the real dictator's the illegitimate president there with his illegal mandates, okay? That's why, guys, I applaud these nurses, these doctors, these police officers, and these airline pilots who are standing up for their principles, standing up for the Constitution and the rule of law, saying, no, I will not take your stupid, illegal, unconstitutional mandates, including the jab. Okay? Because whatever happened to the thing, my health, my body, my choice. Oh, I forgot. Leftists don't understand that. Leftists don't see that concept because you know why? They don't understand that, oh yeah, it's their body, their choice, their right. They never see that concept. And it seems to not hit them in the head. It doesn't. Okay? So that's why, guys, that's why I like this. Before I leave and go get my coffee at Cumberland Farms, which I am here, guys, I just want to say like this. If a company is going to mandate their employers to take the vaccine, just leave. Because you know why? Your health is more important than to the company, okay? Your health, your body, your mental health, your well-being is more important than money and to the company. Because quite frankly, the company doesn't own your body. The government doesn't own your body. You own your body, and that's how it should be, okay? And before we leave, I want to say this, guys. Fight these mandates. Fight the illegitimate government that we have in this country, okay? Vote with your feet. Vote with your dollars, okay? Use the power that you have with you, okay? More people, more power, and the more power you have, the more you can say to the illegitimate president, no, we're not doing this. And to the illegitimate government and administration, no, we're not doing this, okay? So anyway, guys, thanks for listening to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. I got to go get my lunch and coffee at Cumberland Farms here. I will see y'all soon. Bye for now.